Welcome to another episode and video on my monorail built with fischertechnik, and which is controlled by the robot interface from fischertechnik, connected by this USB switch hub actually to a network, and this BeagleBoard running Ubuntu Linux, connected to power supply, connected to the USB hub, SD card for hard disk, cable, a serial cable to Minicom show terminal, and HDMI cable to this monitor, which is now in standby mode. With mouse and keyboard it will wake up, but that's another thing. Last time I considered two things. One is to use this, a little bit different in construction, but careful analysis showed that it is not really in balance. I can balance it, of course, carefully, and I considered to use a pulley system, but since that is a very rigorous reconstruction, I considered the carriage. And one of the things that I considered was, let me show you, this construction. I used to have this, because this is for the rail, for this rail, or vice versa, and this drops out. Another problem is that it has a gap right here, and well, this roller is not for nothing. So how do you do that? Making it longer so it really gets squeezed, maybe. Another thing is put it more or less straight up like this one. So that's what I'm going to do. How? I'm not exactly sure, but I think I will, well, I have this 30 angle block, I have a 15 angle block, and this one, this part that I used to reduce some weight, but I think I will just rotate this block for 480 degrees, and then replace this one with another one, some other piece. So I will manage to put this perpendicular here, and then I will need some weight here. In a sense back to where I was, but better than it is now. So how does it ride now? Well, not very good. So let me open a shell and start a program. And then once again this light refuses at times. Not funny, but and then it works, as is visible on the oscilloscope as well. As yet there's no movement at all. So this was the case last time as well, so let's put it right here, start again, signals there, and that is all there is. So I can try to do it with the diagnostic software. I have to start it, then open the interface, and then motor 2. Well, it has exactly the same problem. Where it used to work, no such thing now. So, yeah, and apart from, oh, this is of course because I haven't activated the lights, but this is what it is about. This is not working. Oops. Reconstruction imminent, and I will do so now. So let's see how it ends up. So this is the newly reconstructed carriage, and as you can see, it has totally changed. Now it should go more straight up, this one, where I wonder how this counterweight comes in, but I foremost hope that this will do. I also had to change this one more like this one. I might have to change this all, but we'll see about that one. Also, I have to redo the wiring. So this one goes, yeah, how does it go? Here, with this wire on here, and then this one onto the green, and with the roller in here. How is the balance right now? I'm very curious. Oops. That may be a challenge. So let's hook up things. That won't work. I need a big one. Or do I? Because last time I had some issues. I need this one on here to be fixed with the wiring, and then it helps if I don't drop anything. Like this. So this might help. Then with the roller on it, and preferably from the other side. So, and there it goes again. So it's all a bit flaky wiring, but as yet I haven't found a solution to improve that. So I have to be careful. That is one thing. With the connectors is always pain. So we use pliers again. Alright, that is one thing. Now This one is to be reconnected if possible. Alright, so will this work? That is the main question right now. It is in balance, kind of. How does the roller go? That is alright, so it seems. So let's roll. First, the diagnosis. Well, I have a signal on the oscilloscope, but that's all I have. So this is not promising. So let me do the algorithm then. Okay, restart the algorithm. And then I need the third probe to find out if the signal gets through. So time for probe 3. Alright, so signal, no signal, no signal. And that should be about to change, because with this third probe I'm going to measure on the axle right here, or right here, and I indeed have no signal at all. Yeah, now I do have, but I put pressure on it. So on the rail I clearly have signal, but here where I need it I don't. So I am going to lower the thing a bit. Alright, I have now, let me, I clearly have signal. And moreover, it moves. I haven't had that in a long time. So, let me quit it, move it to start, move the camera with it, start again. Now I would be delighted if it actually worked. So what's wrong with it, if anything? Okay, I'm going to, with this construction, to lower it a little bit, lower it more, and then lower this as well. Alright. Do I have signal right here? Yeah, I do. There's no doubt there's signal. So why doesn't it actually move? Okay, so I actually touch this counterweight, and it moves, and it well, the propellers go. So is that the same when I move it back? Actually yes. So there's a lack of counterweight. And I don't want to add too much weight. So how do you add weight? That's a good question. Alright. Not quite sure. This doesn't help much, of course. So will I end up doing exactly the same as before? Adding pieces of material so that the counterweight adds up? I'm not quite sure, because despite the reconstruction, it's short-lived, and no, I do not like that. Alright, time to add up once again and see if adding pieces of weight help somehow. And then a recording went wrong. So what did I do during that recording? Well, I added these blocks, and it turned out not to work out too well. Then I tried to use this roller, and that went wrong as well, like this is going wrong now. So I have to be very careful. Alright, this is working. Then this lets go. Alright. And apart from that, it doesn't all help. Because when I look here, it says 1, 1, 1. And that is of course one from this, one from that, and one from the last one. Question is, why is it 1? And then it turns out that it is because of an earlier modification of the carriage. Because, and now I have to be careful with taking it off. Recently, and I have to show it like this, recently I took off one layer of this, more exactly this one, and on this side. And I did it to reduce some weight. But what I did not realize is that I had to do that, and I shouldn't have done that, because now the cone right here is now too low, no, too high to block the light signal. So I need to add those parts again, to get it all working. And that I didn't realize until now, because now it is not I can't detect a 0 because it is at the end of the whole stuff, at the end of the track. And now I also have a problem getting the wire on it again. Problematic. But I need to add the part again on both sides. And that's a problem. Well, I have to get it and then do it again. Because, well, like I said, running it, and now it says it is 0, but that is because the light doesn't work. Now it does, kind of. Yeah, okay, that is something I have to check definitely, but as long as it works, the light will say 1 and not 0 as it should. So that is clearly an oops. And I have to restore that situation before I can go on. So, this is a short recap of a failed recording. Alright, now I have reconstructed the part of the motor. Everything seemed to be fine, but I have now some error to the interface. And earlier I had the experience that only one motor worked, and I think I now know why. Because there is one wire that is obstructing the propeller. Gone now. So let's try again. It should be okay now. And it still is not. So let's check the balance. And let's check the signal. So here at the end of the axle I do have nice signal. At the motor, yep, nice signal. So everything should be working, which it obviously isn't. Even when I keep pressing here or here, things don't continuously work or work continuously. So despite all attempts, it's still no go. The question is what to do now. Abandon this all, because apart from a carriage that is not very functional working, what to do? Quit and change everything to a pulley system. I might. One thing is, this lamp is off now. Alright, now it's working. It mysteriously stops somewhere here as well, in the middle of the complete track. Balance is alright, or not. This supposedly new idea or improved idea is in itself not stable. It's not centered. Do I need a very stable pulley system or a carriage for pulley? I think so, because otherwise the pulley has to be tense enough to keep it upright, and with carriage that is unstable out of its own, I don't think that's going to work. So now let's see if the diagnostics is going to change anything at all. Well, you can see here the signal, but you can also see here that the propeller is standing perfectly still. And here you can see that the signal is now the other way and still doing nothing. And I'm at the start of the track. Not going to help. So now the question is, with all these modifications and changes, etc., and I haven't even shown the code, so let me do that for a moment. And that is the code. In itself, the algorithm is logic and it should work. It's just that this hardware somehow is too much problem to actually run. Not quite sure what to do about it. So, end of this episode. Another reconstruction and modification, etc., to check if it finally is the solution, which it turns out to be it is not. And it seems to go from bad to worse. How will it be in the end? Well, I don't know. Considering the idea of a pulley again, I might do that, keeping this the same, not destroying this carriage, but I do have motors to try a pulley system. So let's see how that ends up. Who knows? Anyway, for now, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. Give the video a thumbs up, like it, leave a comment or suggestion, much appreciated. Please follow me on Twitter, retweet, like and leave a comment. Please follow me on Instagram, please like and leave a comment. If you appreciate my videos, then I appreciate it if you make a little donation. to show your support. You can also become a patron and have your name mentioned. More information about that at the start of this video, but also in the description box of this video, alongside with my website. And well, this is of course going to be continued. So once again, thank you for watching, and bye bye.